tonight I am interviewing a comedian. She's based from Los Angeles. She's recently featured in the Arsenio Hall show. Yeah, that was that girl. I licked him in the face. She's worked with Martin Lawrence, Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg, and Bill Bellamy. Miss Tiffany Haddish, what's going on?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Oh, my God, I get to hear the Cali accent. I've always wanted to try that Converse sneakers and the Dickie pants. Always wanted to wear that and hear the accent.
So you want to be gangster?
Kind of, sort of, without getting shot.
Well, you can do that out here. As a female anyway. I don't know about as a man.
I hear that. Well, speaking of being a lady, I'm just going to jump into it. One of my favorite comedian skits that you did was what side of your lip having hair and what side of your lip not having hair. What made you come up with that shit? Because that was so funny.
Because that was so real. I used to run track and field, and you know how you would take showers and stuff. I went to this school out in the valley in Woodland Hills, California. And we would be in track and field, and we would work out, and then you take your shower, and there was all these, like, white girls, and one day this girl, oh, my God, Tiffany, your bush is ridiculous. You're never going to get a guy to go down on you like that. Like, they're never going to eat your burger. And I was like, boys put their mouth down there? What do I got to do to get that back? So they took me to the spa, and it hurt so bad that, yeah, I left out of there with just one side done because I couldn't take it. Yeah. So that right now I got that throwback monkey right now. Straight it up, put some barrettes in it, make it pretty. Little sparkles.
Well, you got one side that has dreads and the other side that has bald.
Not right now, but then, yeah, when I was 16, yeah.
I think you should have been introduced to Nair a long time ago. I think that would have been a much better adjustment.
You said Nair?
Yeah.
Girl, Nair, I'm not putting no Nair there.
You want to wax it?
Yeah, here's the difference between wax and Nair. Wax is wax. Probably doesn't have as many chemicals. Nair will burn your skin. So will wax if it's too hot. But I'd rather use wax. Because Nair, you just wipe it off. But, I mean, the cuckoo's so sensitive. You mess around and have a chemical reaction. Nobody gonna want to be in that area. The old yeasty female walking around smelling funny. No, thank you.
Speaking yeasty, you cracked me up too. How I think what you said. So pretty much trying to have an itch.
Yeah, itch you can't scratch. You got to figure out a way to scratch. As a lady, you can't just scratch like men do. If you can't do that, you got to be creative. You got to rub up against a chair or something, or do a little dance move, a crazy walk. You just out of nowhere start doing ballet for no reason because you got a mercy wearing them damn thongs. And thongs be killing me too. Oh, my gosh. I don't know why somebody would want to see a piece of fabric go up the crack of your butt, but guys like that for some reason. And one of my friends said, well, it's because when you wear white, you don't want it to be like big old granny panties, and you don't want to see panty lines. And I'm like, I'd rather just wear no panties, but I need coverage.
Tiffany is more than just a raunchy comedian. She's definitely done a lot of things. Like I said before, she's done acting, but this is one of her niches, and I love it. But before we talk about Tiffany now, let's talk about Tiffany back then. One thing that really intrigued me about you was you say you grew up in a foster care system. What was your outlet to get out of that stress?
Comedy, laughing. This was the best thing for me, and it was kind of hard, too, because I was already like a funny-looking kid. So all the boys make fun of you, and I would just turn around and start cracking jokes on them. And then next thing you know, we all laughing. So I figured, if I just laugh, it'll be cool. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? But there's a scene in the movie where the detective says to the rabbit, why is everybody doing all this stuff for you? And the rabbit goes, because I make them laugh. If you make them laugh, Eddie, they'll do anything for you. And so that always kind of stuck with me, and I needed a lot of help with a lot of different things, and I've always learned if I make people laugh, they'll do things. At first I used to think, if you're pretty and sexy, people do stuff for you, but I've never been that. At that point in my life, I wasn't the cute kid or the sexy kid or nothing like that, so I just made people laugh. I didn't realize I was even beautiful till I went to the comedy camp at the Laugh Factory. And my social worker got me in that because I was getting in trouble so much for making people laugh in class, talking too much. He was like, look, you got two choices this summer. You can go to the Laugh Factory comedy camp or you can go to psychiatric therapy. Which one you want to do? And I was like, which one got drugs? She said, you're going to be on drugs if you go to therapy. And I was like, well, I'll go to the comedy camp. And Quincy Jones showed up, Chris Spencer, Wayans Brothers, Dane Cook, Harlan Williams. The guy who actually played the voice of Roger Rabbit, Charles Fleischer, he showed up. It was like a little dream come true. Even Richard Pryor came right before he died. And I learned a lot. And the one thing I can say that all those comedians and producers said to me was that you're a very funny girl, but you're also beautiful. And nobody had ever told me I was beautiful that I can remember. At that point, I always thought I was ugly and funny looking. And I ran with that. And here I am today.
That's what's up. It's amazing how it takes sometimes somebody else's eyes to realize how precious you are, because some people will be bombarded with negativity. So that was a chance for you to be bombarded with positivity.
Right. And the thing is, you know, everybody wants to be validated. And a lot of times, kids are really easy. You know, if you validate them, they'll do well. If you say, you did good at that, and I like the way you did that, and then you acknowledge their good things, they'll do good. But if you acknowledge the bad things all the time onto them, oh, that's what you're validating me in, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep being bad. Luckily, people kept validating my funny, and so I just kept doing it because that's the only time I got positive feedback, and then I just kept running with that.
Running with the comedy, and then you eventually landed in some TV gigs.
I'm on Real Husbands of Hollywood with Kevin Hart. That all came about through the comedy still. Like, I was doing stand-up, and this lady approached me like, she should be on TV, and I was like, I just like making people laugh. Yeah, she's like, well, you can make more money if you get on TV, and I was like, I'll go on TV, I don't care. If I'm making people laugh, and that's pretty much what happened. I started auditioning for stuff and booking jobs.
How is it like working with, like, Kevin Hart? I can only imagine their rehearsals. Y'all can't get nothing done because y'all steady laughing.
Yeah, sometimes it takes all dang day to shoot one scene because we do be cutting up. It's so much fun. And Kevin is so down to earth. It's so real. And it's so funny because he worked really, really hard. Like, he really works hard. And he puts in 110% all the time. And I'm just happy to be able to say he's somebody that I know that I'm cool with, and we work well together. It's so funny because he always goes around acting real cocky in TV, but it's just hanging out with him or just working with him, you'll see that he's like probably the most humble person I ever met, and most giving and kind. So
I do have to ask, who's taller, you or him?
Me. And we wear the same size shoe.
I've known Kevin Hart to be a very short person.
Yes, he is. It's so nice when you give him a hug and he just puts his head in your butt and oh, he's so cute.
So I definitely got to ask you, now, growing up making people laugh, I'm pretty sure one of your favorite role models was Arsenio Hall.
Yes.
I have to ask you, who licked that man's face?
I don't know why I licked his face, to be honest with you. I was shocked that he even picked me up. I've been doing comedy now more than 13 years, and I've been wanting to meet him. People be like, oh, Arsenio's up here at the Improv. I go up to the Improv. He just left. You know, like, I've never met him before. I've always wanted to meet him. I used to get whoopings for this man. I used to stay up, sneak, and watch Arsenio and get beat down. I remember telling my mom, one day he's going to be my friend. I'm going to be on his show, and you're going to feel so stupid for doing this to me. And she was like, get your ass to the bed. I don't give a damn. And now she feels so stupid. I don't even remember actually performing. Like, once I watched it on TV, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what happened. I wasn't even in my body. I wasn't even there. And so when that man picked me up, it was like a dream come true. Like, is this real? And then his face looked so chocolatey and just delicious. And I just licked him. He tasted just like Ovaltine, too, girl. He was good. Mm-mm.
So you got to thank you, the Chocolate Brothers, huh?
Yeah, I do like him chocolatey. So I like all kind of men. It don't matter. I just always loved him, like, and always looked up to him and admired him. And no matter what rumors are out there, stuff, I defend him like that. You don't know about Arsenio. You don't know. That big old E.T. finger. He actually pointed it at me. Like, I remember being a kid and watching him go, things that make you go, and then pointing at the camera, and I would feel like he see me. So when I actually was breathing the same air as him, and then it was a dream come true. Aww. And now he wants me to be on the show all the time. Like, just a dream come true.
You better go on that show all the time.
Did a sketch for him yesterday. So awesome. It's so nice. I did see him cuss his staff out, though. He did cuss the people out, and when he cussed them out, it made him even so sexy.
Since you've been in comedy for about 13 years, there hasn't really been that much black female comedians. We had the Moniques, but we had a lot at one point, but they just disappeared like women rappers.
Yes, right? They're like, it slowed down. The thing is, I don't know, it's a time for everything. I've always been here. I've been performing all around the country. And around the world, I've been all over the world. And it's not like we're not here. We're here. It's just when society's ready to acknowledge it, they'll acknowledge it. There's Ida Rodriguez. Well, she's Puerto Rican, but she's still black to me. And then you got Tyler. It's a lot of us. You're not as dominant as men are, though.
How do you push through that?
You stay focused and do you. I just stay on my path. Do what I love. I don't do anything that compromises my morals. Like, I might talk real dirty and all that, but you're not going to get too much out of me unless I'm in love with you. You know, I got to love you to give my body up. And it's so funny because there's a lot of females out here that do comedy that give their body up, and then they wonder why, like, these men don't respect them. Because, I mean, this is definitely a boys' club. You got to earn your respect. Having sex with somebody or being intimate with someone is not necessarily going to get you a gig. I mean, it works for Chelsea Handler, but best believe you made sure that she was ready for it, too. I mean, I've seen some girls do some things, and then you're like, you're not even ready for that, though. And then they get the little show, and then nothing happens because they didn't do the homework and then go to the acting class. But, yeah, I just stay focused. And every day I have to at least one thing towards my goal. Like, I know what I want. I know where I want to be in 10 years. And so every day I just do at least one thing. Like, I'm having this interview with you. That's at least one thing because I plan on sleeping most of the day.
I do have to ask you, what do you want to do in 10 years? Because, for example, like Monique, she's definitely went beyond comedy and has been successful. So what would you like to do?
Well, I have a little production company right now, and I plan on producing short films and little movie, like vignettes to put like on YouTube that have a little message that could be like really funny, but at the same time it has a message to it. Like, just did a video the other day on my phone, and I just posted it up just to see. It's about how like people love money so much they'll make love to money, just love it so much. And it's kind of stupid how much they love it. So I did a little video where I'm like kind of throwing myself around like I'm making passionate love to money. I got a new $100 bill. Ooh, it's really silly, but it has a message though. Money's not everything, and also making fun of people who think money is everything. In my mind, that was the message anyways. In 10 years, I just want to be able to do little videos like that, like on a bigger scale, make movies, have a couple of TV shows going. I like to open up some type of program that will reach children that are in the system like I was and encourage them to follow their dreams, follow your bliss, whatever it is that makes you happy, do that because guarantees you can make money at it if you love it.
Being in foster care, and I know from personal experience, there's really not that much resources out there to chase your dreams. They'll give you the money, maybe, but after 18, depending on what state you in, you SOL.
Yeah, that is so true because, I mean, a lot of these states is broke too. But there's a lot of programs out there, just have to know how to find them. There's an independent living program, and I do motivational speaking to these kids and helping them and mentoring because the independent living program helps you to get your own apartment, teaches you how to open up a bank account, make investments, get a car, get insurance, get a job, teach you all kinds of stuff. The things that your parents are supposed to teach you. And then they actually help you get established, Got programs for if you go to school or if you want to take a trade, they got all kind of stuff. I mean, because of the Department of Children's Services, because my social worker, thank the Lord, was cared at all, she put me in that Laugh Act program that taught me a skill that I can use for eternity.
Because there's a lot of people in the foster care system, like this education system, they just don't care. And they have so many kids' lives at their hands, and they just don't care.
Yeah, and it's sad.
So shout out to your social worker.
If I could find her and just give her a hug and say thank you, I would. And I'd take her to a fancy dinner. Colita Lewis, who is originally from Washington, D.C., and then I don't know where you went. She was just like, I hate being a social worker. It's too much pain. I can't do it anymore. And then I never saw her again. So I hope you're doing okay, and if you are, hit me up on Twitter or Facebook.
One more thing, too. You still got to teach me the Cali accent. Like, when I go to California, I know I mentioned this at the beginning, but I'm real serious, right? So, you know how New Yorkers, we have the core, the talk. I want to be able to put that down. So when I go to California, it feels like I'm from Cali.
Okay, so most black people in Cali anyways, a lot of our parents or grandparents come from the South. So think of like talking with a country accent, but then you really enunciate your R's and your H's. Like, I'm going to get my hair did, and then I'm going to go over here to the store and you give me some Kool-Aid and stuff and keep it pushing. Like, it's easy. I don't know if I could teach that, to be honest.
Yeah, girl. And like I said, I'm going to come up there with my Chucks and my Vickies, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say, yo, I'm going to get my hair did over there. I'm going to say, yo, shirt up.
There you go. You got it. You got it. By golly, I think you've got it. And be like, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's hella crazy, though. That is hella crazy.
So I have to say hella and her. Like,
yeah, hella. Yes, hella and her and hecka. You so hecka stupid. Girl, I made a hecka gang of money last night. It's so improper. If you see dudes that look like they broke or whatever, you be like, look at them scrapes over there. He look like a scrape. That's a broke dude, you know, he just, dirty. He probably a dope boy that don't make no real dope money.
That's great. Her, hecka, hella.
Yeah, you keep those in your vocabulary when you come out here, you'll be all right. 'Cause she ready.
So, but I definitely wish you the best of luck. You've been doing this for a decade plus. You're doing your thing, still looking pretty over there. Yup.
Yup. Thank you.
You want to say that's what's up.
Oh, that's what's up.
But it was a pleasure having you on my show. You're the first comedian on my show, so I'm really excited.
Thank you. That's what's up. Glad that you had me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a real good time. Yep.
And make sure you have hella fun in your future.
I'm going to make sure I have a heck of a good time, and you make sure you have a hell of fun, too.
Hi, Tiffany.
You know, you're fun. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I want you too, girl.
All right, girl. I'll talk to you later.